I guess I'm the only one clapping here. Where's our producer when we need him? Hey y'all, welcome to.
I'm working on a camera.
Hey y'all, welcome to my weekly Live with Sam Yoder show. I'm your host Sam Yoder. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to share this out with your friends. We're going to do that here in just a second. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. And we're all going to do this, and then I'm going to introduce my guests. I reckon. We're all looking at our phones because this is we just heard some jazz music, I believe.
Yes.
So, hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. My guest tonight is Mr. Simon Petty. As soon as he gets done looking at his phone, he's busy. And
we talked about this.
TK,
Yeah,
did I say it right? Simon, thanks for coming to be on the show.
Hey, thanks, man. It's been a while since, we've been talking about this for a while, so thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming. I appreciate this. So we had a great time just getting everything set up, and I think we should turn the cameras on earlier because you guys were going back and forth and bickering like you've known each other for a while. So you guys play together? Is that what it is?
We do play together. We've been playing together since like 2012-ish, off and on.
Cool. Woo. So, Simon, you are from where? Fort Worth?
Fort Worth, Texas. Yep.
Okay. And what about you?
I'm also Plano originally, but I live in Fort Worth.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk to Simon first because he's the guy I asked to come be on, and he said, "Can I?" What do you do? Bass player, right?
Yeah, my main man.
This very thing is a bass.
That thing is monstrous. That's crazy. So Simon, you the way I know you is you go to church at First Baptist Lakeside.
Yes,
I go to church.
I'm the pianist there. Yeah.
Yeah, and you do a great job. I didn't know he actually talked until tonight. He talks a lot more than he does at church, which we'll get into that in just a second. But how long have you been playing music?
Well, I started piano lessons when I was 6, so 22 years.
Nice. So
yeah.
You've been doing it a while.
I have, yeah. 28, I've been doing it for 22 years.
That's awesome. So you're married?
I am, yep. Beautiful wife.
Yep. And
yeah.
Okay.
No kids.
No kids?
No kids yet, no.
There you go. What about you, Chike? Did I say that right?
Yeah, you did. You got it.
So I got to know first, where did the name come from?
So Chike means God's power in Igbo, which is a Nigerian language. So my dad's Nigerian.
Okay.
He was born in the country. I was born here in Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not an American name, obviously.
Right. Yeah. I'm having a hard time saying it but it's a cool name.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. So how old are you?
I'm 30.
You're 30. So you're older than this guy, even though he has no hair on his.
Not by much. Because he thinks he's younger than I am. He said, I'm a hot millennial.
Yeah. Well, I'm in my 20s, and Chike's in his 30s.
Less than 6. Well, actually, 7 months ago I turned 30.
Okay.
Sounds pretty 30 to me.
I just so ago. So that's there's nothing wrong with that. I'm kind of like him. I don't have a whole lot of hair. It just comes from wisdom, right?
Yeah, my brain's operating at such a high speed that I think it overheats the follicles.
I thought were the things that give you wisdom, not baldness.
We'll have our audience tell us what they think about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, y'all comment below and let us know what you think about that. So, Chike, you've been playing music for a long time as well, right?
Yeah, probably almost 20 years. I started playing the bass when I was in 6th grade. Actually, the story is that I heard the Pink Panther theme song played at my elementary school.
Okay.
When the middle schools were going around showing all the classical instruments, and saw violin, viola, cello. And they were really small for me, and I saw the bass, and I heard that song, and I said, yeah, I want to play that instrument. So
yeah, because you don't see a whole lot of people, play those things. That's like...
I mean, outside of orchestras, not really, but you see a lot in jazz bands. And, like bluegrass and Dixie.
Right, because I've got friends that play bluegrass kind of music and kind of more Western swing kind of stuff, and that's what they play a lot of.
Definitely.
That's cool. So are those things hard to learn how to play, or are they pretty simple, or what?
It depends.
Depends on how smart you are.
But it's kind of, I would say, easy to learn, hard to master, because the bass is kind of a single note instrument, and there are mechanics involved. But to be proficient in an instrument, you do need to learn, and you need to practice at it, just like any instrument. But people tend to think sometimes bass is a lot easier than it actually is.
I mean, I would think it'd be easier because it only has 4 strings, but I'm guessing it's probably,
Yeah.
So basically what I'm saying, it can't be that hard to play, right?
No, it's not hard to play at all. Anyone can pick up a bass at any time.
I'm trying to give him a hard time, and I'm afraid.
Yeah. Good.
I'm sorry. So take a second, guys, share this out, and comment below. Let us know where you guys are watching from. I'm going to have them do their first song. That way everybody gets to hear them, and just see how awesome they are. These guys play for a lot of weddings and things like that, right? You guys play all over the place.
Weddings, for church, obviously. We play for different restaurants and clubs in the DFW area.
Nice,
so,
awesome. Well, I was asking them for a list of their songs, and they said that they didn't want to tell me because they had all these special songs for the show tonight. so I'm just going to let them play whatever they want to. So I guess maybe. Hey, I got a question. Can our audience comment a song that they want to hear, and you guys would be able to do it? Because you said you guys do some cover songs, right?
There's no tip jar, so
there is
probably
no tip.
not.
Oh,
Yeah.
so no tip jar. I need to do the digital tip jar. Like I see some guys do live videos, and they have a digital
There you
tip
go.
jar. Yeah.
We can take requests. We probably don't know them or don't want to play them.
Okay.
Wow.
So comment below, and they will not play them.
No, we will do our best, but there's so many songs out there for sure.
I understand that.
It might just be an hour of I don't know that one either.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Okay. So what is the first song y'all want to do?
One of my personal favorites, it is "It Could Happen to You."
Okay.
Meaning love could happen to you.
Oh, okay. It could. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Okay,
could.
Perfect.
It has.
It happens.
So just write on it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You gotta fix your howdy doody guy.
Oh,
He falls down. Yeah, he's kind of chilling. We're losing Howdy Doody.
It's gonna fall.
That's pretty cool. So how do you just by ear, you know how to, like, I don't see how these two things work together. These two instruments. Can you explain this genius, the guy with all the brains?
I can try. So basically, it's kind of like chess. You agree upon a certain method and certain rules to play by.
Okay.
But then between that, you have, in the first 5 moves of chess, there's almost 5 million different ways it can go. Just within the 5, But it's still a king moves one way, a bishop moves another.
Right.
So in jazz, we kind of pick a song. And we establish, okay, this is what we're going to play, and these are kind of the chords that we're going to play it by.
Okay.
And then it's from there because he knows the song, I know the song, and we listen. We have to listen for sure.
Yep.
So he's basically just doing all the bass stuff. So go ahead and play like that song or any song, just like an F blues. Okay. Just do F blues. And he's got all the lower stuff.
Okay.
And I know the chords that are happening in the song.
Okay.
And that's kind of where my left hand is going with all this stuff, right? And that's kind of what I'm doing. And then, and I play over whatever he's going to do, right? Because I know what he's going to do.
Okay.
And then I have free range to do it.
Okay.
And then when he takes a solo, I can do all the chords for, and then I've got that steady chords going,
right?
And then he gets to do whatever he wants over.
Okay,
So,
that's pretty impressive.
that's the basic way I can describe it.
Okay, that's pretty. That makes sense. So how long have you guys been playing together?
Off and on since 2012.
Okay.
We don't do any rehearsals or anything like that, but we've played in different bands together over the years, and so. For every jazz musician, there's a standard set of songs that they should know.
Okay, all right.
And so if you know that everyone knows those songs, you're usually okay.
Okay, and we're losing our little man. Yeah, so much for that plan, Green Bean. You are also a teacher, right?
I am, yes.
So that's what you do every day for work, or what?
Yes, so I teach at Stage Note School of Music.
Okay.
And I teach anywhere from 30 to 40 students, usually on the higher end of 30.
A day?
And so, no, not a day.
Okay.
Throughout the week.
Okay, I
Yeah.
gotcha.
I
I was like, man, you got to be really getting after it.
Ooh,
Like
yeah.
5 minutes each.
That's why I don't have any hair anymore.
Yeah, you're
it's
losing.
too stressful. So I teach at Stage Note School of Music. I teach mostly classical piano and jazz, contemporary piano, and then music theory.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. What about you? Are you a teacher as well?
So I used to teach a lot more. Right now, I work at my church, Christ Chapel Bible Church. We have a coffee shop called The Perk, and I'm the assistant manager there.
Okay.
But I do teach on the side in addition to doing a lot of freelance musician work on the weekends. So I have a couple students right now, ranging from just classical to just general technique. Like right now, I'm teaching a student on electric bass, and then another student on classical.
Nice. So both of y'all work at churches, right?
Yes.
As well. You're there. I see you every Sunday.
Oh,
I just see the glare. See the glare down there. I'm way up in the balcony where they keep the bad kids at.
Yeah, that's right. I think the Bible says we should be the light of the earth or something like that. So,
Salt-
I try
salt of the earth,
salt of
Simon.
the earth, and the light.
Yeah.
Light of the world, salt of the
Reflect
earth.
the light.
That's
Hey, I
great.
just know enough theology to get myself in trouble. So.
There you go. Speaking of, so sometimes it's better to keep your mouth shut, right? Not say anything, right?
It is much better to keep your mouth shut.
Speaking of working in churches and keeping your mouth shut, you told me that you learned being at church just to keep your mouth shut. Will
That's
you
right.
please?
Well,
will you explain that? Should I not ask you this on
no,
camera?
that's fine. Well, it's funny because our church, as you know, it's large enough to feel really large.
Yeah.
But then also it's got that small time feel
Right,
if you start saying stuff.
Right. Yep.
So
Absolutely.
sometimes I think it's just better not to say anything.
Right.
I just go there, I play the notes. That's all they pay me for, so that's all I should probably do.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. That's a smart person. I'm going to take some questions from our Facebook here. This is a Facebook Live audience, so we want to interact with our audience. If you guys are watching, let us know where you're watching from. If you guys have questions for these two guys, you want them to play a song, let us know. Also, man, I just lost where I was at here. Also, don't forget to share this out if you guys would, so everybody gets to meet them. These guys are available to be booked to come play for people,
Absolutely.
correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Where can people find you if they want to get a hold of you?
Well, I have a Facebook page, Simon Petty Music.
Okay.
And then also I have a website, Magnolia Entertainment Co. Just C-O.
And is that your?
That's my business. Yes.
Okay.
So I run a lot of gigs through there.
Okay. What about you?
Also, I have a Facebook page, Chike Okaro Music, and then I also have an Instagram, CJ Okaro. So first two initials and then last name.
Okay. So
if that's too confusing, just hit up Sam, and he's got our info.
Yeah. I'll
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You can probably find me easier because I don't know how to spell his name or say it correctly. And Simon Petty, I mean, that's just.
I told you how to spell it twice before we went on.
Huh?
I told you how to spell it twice before we even went on.
No, I do know how. I wrote it down over.
You wrote it down.
Yeah. So Chike and Okara, right? See, that's pretty simple once you figure it out. Except he didn't say it right earlier, right?
Well, I want to say like a month or two ago, I said Okaru instead of Okaro.
Yeah.
And we've only been friends for
A long time.
Yeah,
I guess we're not really friends.
No, you're not really friends if you don't know how to say
It's my associate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Daniel Booth said the static is courtesy of the 1940s. Somebody said it sounded kind of staticky. Tina Miller said she loves watching from Ohio. We just moved from Texas. What's up, Tina Miller? Tina and her husband Richard are awesome folks. Daniel Booth said, oh man, he gave us a list of songs here. He said, or anything by Pat Metheny.
Oh, Pat Metheny. Pat Metheny.
Metheny or Lyle Mays also as a request.
Boy, they did a lot of songs. All right, we'll have to think about that.
And I had a whole bunch more comments, but I lost them. I don't know what happened. They gone. Huh? Oh yeah, there's a strange guy walking around behind me, Scooter Bateman. He's filming for his own show. He's filming our show. He's stealing our show to make his own show.
So we're gonna get paid.
Yes, this is great. I mean, by the way, you guys did know this isn't a paying gig, right?
Yeah, but
so yes, I'll double it.
Yeah, 2 times 0.
Great.
Oh man, Evelyn Taylor said watching from Santa Fe, New Mexico. We need somebody to play Misty.
Oh, we can
Sarah
do it. Sure.
Petty. Who's Sarah Petty?
Oh, that's my sister-in-law.
That's your sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your wife watching? I'm not.
I don't know.
Did your wife? She changed her name, right?
Not yet. Not officially. Oh, she changed my. Yes, she did change my name on my phone. But my mom's watching, so I'm gonna be.
Oh, okay.
You know,
all right. Yeah,
on my best behavior.
Yeah, that's
Hi, Mom.
good. Yeah. What's your mother's name?
Deirdre Petty.
What is it?
Deirdre.
Oh yeah, I think I saw her pop up here earlier.
Oh, sweet.
Say hi, if you're watching. So you do know how to play the Misty song? What is that song?
Yes, Misty. It was popular back, I want to say, in the 1950s.
I'll believe you.
A while ago.
Yeah, he doesn't know anyway.
Before I was born. So this is a beautiful ballad, and I'll actually do this a solo piano.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll just
so you get an easier. You get easier time, man.
That's pretty sweet. Hey, everybody's commenting on this video. Your wife, Angel, said, "Man, I don't know why my phone keeps jumping out of this." She said, man, I lost her comment, but she said, "I'm watching. I'm his wife, and I'm watching." So
Aww.
she must be proud of you. What does your wife do?
So my wife is she's very eclectic in her stuff, but she's a nursing student right now.
Okay.
She's got one more year.
Okay.
But she also, I mean, she's into fitness. She has baked cakes professionally.
Nice.
Like made those little roses and edible, all that
Right,
stuff,
yeah.
crazy stuff. Plays guitar,
Okay.
sings. Oh boy, I feel like I'm painting. I mean, and cooks amazing pho, which is just amazing. So all I do is make noise, and she does all those other wonderful things.
Wow, that's
So,
she's pretty impressive.
She is. Yeah, I'm lucky to have her for sure.
That's a good deal. So does she play in a band or do anything? Or she just plays by herself?
Right now, nursing is taking over her life.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
once she's out of there, actually that's how we met. We met
Yeah.
on Facebook, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, good old internet.
Hey, thanks Zuckerberg. So
boy.
we met on Facebook, and it was because we both liked. I think we both liked a DFW musicians page or something
Okay.
like that, and I'd post on it where I was playing every once in a while. But
She's like, who's the hot bald-headed guy?
Right. Well, back then I had hair. I looked like I was 16, and then I shaved it off, and now I look like I'm 35.
So
So I've never looked like I was 20.
right.
Yeah.
So what happened? Who
So
reached out to
she
you?
reached out to me first.
Okay.
So she friend requested me, and I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
And so I accepted that, and then I messaged her, and we talked about getting together and working on some music.
Yeah.
And then we met up, and the rest is history.
There you
So
go.
it's
That's a good deal.
yeah. Music brings us all together.
Yeah, that's right. Look at this guy. What about you? Are you married?
I am not. I'm engaged,
Nice.
but I will be. So we'll be married in October.
Okay.
And I don't know if my fiance is watching. I don't know if you are. Maybe you're watching. Hey, love you.
What does she do?
So, like Simon's wife, my fiance Kate, she's very eclectic. She is a nurse at Cook Children's Hospital
Okay.
in Fort Worth, and she also has her own art business, Mission Paper Company. If you want to look her up on Instagram, and then she also has to put up with me.
Right. That's tough.
And
gotta
that's
be-
pretty full time.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But she does great. What were you gonna ask?
No, go ahead.
We met through our church. We've been friends for a little over 3 years now, and started dating about 8 months ago, and then
Perfect.
realized this was it. And
Wow.
That's good. That's about as bad as me. I've I haven't been dating mine that long. But when that old goofy saying, when you know, I think is kind of true in a way.
Yeah, it's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you know, you know.
So that's a good.
I felt a little different.
How did you feel?
I've loved her from the beginning. That may not have been the right way to
Ooh,
open
she's
up
watching
with
too, man. I don't know.
that. Still love you.
I loved her in the beginning.
I mean, to me, I felt like we were going. We dated for like 3 years before I proposed, I think.
Yeah.
And to me, I thought that was normal, and everyone supposedly around me was just like, "Well, when is he gonna propose?"
Right.
But if my thing is, I need at least a couple years to know if I want to spend 80 years with this
Well,
person.
that's a smart man. It's better than just like meeting in 1 week and getting married the next, or a month or two later, because like all of us, we can probably keep our crazy in for a little while, until
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just enough to fool them.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean that any of y'all are crazy. I'm just saying, sometimes it takes a while to get. I didn't know
Sure.
anything about you. All I seen was you sitting down there playing the piano until tonight.
Before tonight, we had only talked for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
how's our relationship come along? I mean, you think we'll end up being kind of friends, or at least acquaintance? Or
I think
just-
we're best friends.
Are we? Oh, okay,
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What happened? With
we're all best friends
Yeah.
together.
Is that how that works?
I think so.
Best friends.
So,
Good.
There you go. I was gonna. Speaking. So you guys play jazz, and not everybody's into that, right?
most people aren't.
Okay.
Actually, I was like, what should I do with my life? I know, I'm going to devote it to a style of music that nobody likes.
Okay, and speaking
And
of,
devote my whole entire life to it.
yeah, that's that. Hey, there's worse things to do. So, speaking of jazz and about getting married, tell us the story about, or do you mind telling us the story about when you were buying your wife's engagement ring?
Oh, sure, yes. And the funny thing was I couldn't tell her this story because
Right.
I didn't want to tell her why I was
right.
at the engagement store, or the ring store. So I was buying, this was Christmas, and everything gets jazzier in Christmas. You hear all these jingles and it gets all jazzy, right?
Right.
And so I was buying my engagement ring for my wife, and the lady who was working at the store, she was like, "Oh my goodness, I just hate jazz. This music is just driving me nuts." And she went on and on and on and on about it for like 10 minutes. The whole time I was like doing the paperwork and all this stuff, she was just going on about how horrible jazz is. So then she's like, "Well, what do you do for a living?" I was like, "I'm a teacher." "What do you teach?" The arts.
Is this the lady you were buying the ring from, or she was just?
She was just working at the store.
Oh,
I mean, you know. Yeah. So it was Christmas, and I didn't want to not be jolly.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Santa's watching, so you gotta be on your best behavior.
Absolutely. So I was going to ask you a really good question, and I just forgot what it was. Let me think.
Can we play Christmas music?
Yeah, can you play Christmas music on this? Can you do some Christmas music? I mean, I know it's kind of warm up. But
or, you know. So there you go.
I just felt like it got cooler outside.
It did,
because it's hot in Texas. For those of you that don't live here, it's kind of warm out. Let's see. Becky said we love Mr. Simon. Becky Steins.
Oh yeah, she's the owner of Stage Net School of Music, which is where I teach. It's awesome. We have great instructors for every instrument, and we all get along. And so I've been working for them for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years.
Nice.
It's been great. Nothing but awesome.
That's a good deal. I just remember what I was going to ask you, but I'll get to that in a second. Jim Ivey said he's just getting started. Wait until he plays another 25 years. Daniel Booth said a train, at Sarah Petty. Not sure what that means. Stephen Yates, hi from Jim Ivey's friend. Angela Petty said, beautiful as always, Simon. Lots of clappy faces. What brand of upright bass is that, Daniel Booth asked. Daniel owns the Music Center here, which, by the way, I'm going to just take this second and cut in and say thank you to our sponsors that help make this show possible. I started to ask him something, but we're going to make him wait.
Do you need some commercial music?
We need some commercial music. This show is brought to you by Texas Skid Steer, licensed to carry handgun classes, the Beaded Cuff, Miles Realty, and the Music Center, which is where we're located at tonight. This is where we're broadcasting from. Also, can we play something a little more upbeat, celebration music? Because I got to give a real big shout out to Kelvin Miles. What do we got? So yeah, Kelvin Miles had the runoff yesterday for JP for Parker County Justice of the Peace, Precinct 1, and he won. So how about a hand for old Kelvin? Oh.
Nice.
These guys are clowns. It's great. I was going to ask, or Daniel Booth wanted to know what brand your upright bass is.
It is a Schroeder. It's a German bass. I actually got this as a graduation from high school gift.
Wow.
I mean, I've been in high school a long time, like over 10 years. But I got it from Williams and Music Company. If that helps, Schroeder bass. It's been with me. Actually, she has a name. Her name is Bertha.
Bertha.
Yeah, she's been with me since high school all the way through college and grad school, and then she's been very faithful to me.
That's I thought of some funny things, but this is a family-friendly show, and I'm not gonna say anything. I know what I was gonna ask you earlier. You work at First Baptist Lakeside. How did you get the job? We were joking earlier about David and stuff like that.
Sure.
But how did you get the job working there?
Well, I saw an ad or something like that on some website. I don't know. I was out of college, and I was like, I need a job.
Right.
So I called them up, and I went out there. And so the music minister at the time, Steve Lacey, great guy, I auditioned for him, and he's like, okay, play me a hymn. And I was like, I don't know any hymns. And he laughed, and he's like, no, okay. And I was like, no, I really don't. I really don't know how to play any hymns.
Right.
And so there was like an awkward pause, and he's like, well, I was like, can I just play you something? And so I just played him some jazz stuff.
Right.
And then he's like, well, can you play this? And he gave me some music, and I was like, oh yeah, sure. And so he could tell I could play it. I just
you didn't know that.
Well,
Yeah.
Hymns are kind of a big deal in the church sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. So can you play a hymn for us? Now that you've been there for all these years?
No.
You can't? You're still
No.
can't.
I mean, not well.
Not well?
You know, not to be on the Sam Yoder show.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
There's a high level.
Yeah, this is
know.
definitely, we can't, no, there's no knockoff kind of stuff.
That's
on here.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so no hymns tonight.
No hymns.
No, that's good.
No offering either. So there you go.
No. You can't.
Oh boy.
So I might need to look for another job. As if anybody knows of a place that's looking, call Sam.
You do the offertory or the for the offering. You do the music, right?
I do the offering for the music sometimes. Sometimes, like halfway through the sermon, I'll get a text message from my music minister. And I'm just sitting there minding my own business, listening to the pastor.
Right.
I'm not on my phone at all.
No.
And so he texts me, and he's like, hey, we need an offertory for some reason. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'll come up with an offertory, and usually it'll be a jazzy version of a hymn.
Okay.
Right? But it won't be,
Like
strict,
on, yeah.
strict hymn stuff
Okay.
and strict Christian music.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I got.
Yeah.
So now we know all the dirty secrets about Simon. No, we know one of them.
Right, that I
Yeah.
don't know
Yeah.
what I'm doing
Yeah.
at my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a job like that.
Been
Martin,
there 5 years. There you go.
that's good. That's a
Yeah,
that's
they
a
still
lo-
don't know.
That's a long. That's
Well,
a
now
long,
they know because they're watching you.
That's a long time to fake it.
Sure.
Good luck.
Martin Feminella said howdy. What's up, Martin? Martin, I hope you're doing well. He does a lot of things around here for the community. Azel. You said this was your first time to Azel, and then you remember you were here once before, maybe.
The very outskirts of Azel,
Yeah,
so I don't really
basically,
count it.
yeah. Martin does a lot of things with Servolution, and just does a lot of things around here for people. Helps get Servolution is kind of a network that helps a lot of people, less fortunate type of people, older
That's
people
awesome.
fix things, and
Yeah.
so Martin's a big part of that. Evelyn Taylor said put a little Christmas tree on there. Sarah Petty said the song A Train. Sandy Morris Blue said, hey Sam and Simon, and hold on, you're looking at my sheet. Cheesecake.
Hey, you got it. Good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah. See, what's up, Sandy? You know Sandy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Simon,
She's always volunteering me for stuff.
Oh, you just got told, Sandy. And
I always take it. I love it. Yeah.
That's good. Sandy said, Simon wears the D hat. No, what'd she say? Simon wears something hat. Where's your hat?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Where's my hat?
I just think we should put, like, I don't let people put my hat on, but I kind of think we should just make him put it on the show.
I agree. We should do that. I'm all
Are
for
you down
it.
with that?
I'm down.
You want to put
I'm
it
down
on?
to be a cowboy.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is kind of not the right thing to do, but here, I'll let you. Yeah. Just, what do y'all think? Pull it down a little further.
Wow, this is a big moment in history.
How's that?
I love this.
I
This is
think
great.
I think he could
I have to
rock
play
it.
some music.
This. Now everybody gets to look at my bald head. All right, I need my hat back.
That felt good.
Yeah,
that felt good. I
that's
felt
good.
like that had to happen.
That just happened. I'll just let you know I don't ever offer my hat up to anybody, so you should feel real privileged.
I told you we were best friends.
Yeah, that's right.
Went to different high schools at different times together.
Yeah, that's right. Because did you ride your horse and buggy to school as well, or no?
I did.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, I was homeschooled, so I went all the way through the hallway with it.
Did you?
Yeah.
You were actually homeschooled?
I was homeschooled. Yeah, all my
that's-
life. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
No, for reals. I mean, she homeschooled me and my two older brothers,
Nice.
and that must have been tough.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking about homeschooling my kids. I don't want them to go to school out here in the real world. Huh? What do you think?
Well, I don't have any
I went to
kids.
public school,
And you turned out
and
all right.
I turned out just fine.
He turned out great.
I turned out great. Thanks, Mom. I don't know if you're watching, but
He turned out great, and Simon, on the other hand, is,
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to have kids. I think what we're going to do is just adopt like a 26-year-old engineer that's just fresh out of college.
Yeah.
Sorry, you got it all going. And I
That's a
mean, we
genius
might do
idea.
that pretty soon.
Yeah.
You know, and that way he'll visit us during the holidays.
Yeah.
Won't die old and alone.
Right.
It'll be great.
you're just
Yeah,
gonna
that's good.
skip
Yeah.
through the childhood and go all the way up to
All
adult?
to just skip to the good part.
See, that's kind of what I'm thinking. The reason I'd be okay with adopting some is getting when they're like just old enough to where they can go right around in the four-wheeler and go do cool stuff, and you don't have to worry about, changing diapers and dealing with them screaming all night and keeping you up.
Or if they're an engineer.
Yeah.
That's my retirement plan.
Right. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Sound investment.
Yeah.
Very sound investment.
In the future.
In the future.
The next generation.
That's good.
He's my son.
Yeah.
I love him dearly.
Whoever he is.
Mick Holland said, hymns are terrible. No. Come on, Mick. Mick's supposed to come be on the show. And he won't reach out to me and talk to me. I don't think he likes me. I don't think we're friends, Mick. What's up with that?
Well, when he comes, I'll learn some hymns, and I'll put this in an organ sound, and I'll just play talk music behind y'all. Just hymns.
Just to irritate him. Mm-hmm. That'd be a great idea. Daniel Booth said, well, Jesus only sang hymns. Exclamation point.
That is true. You have to dig back into I graduated from seminary.
Okay.
My undergrad in music composition. And so, I studied, I took Old Testament, and I'm pretty sure if you dig deep enough into the ancient Hebrew and all that stuff, there was, the Levites were doing hymns. They sang hymns on the ark. I mean...
Now, are you being sarcastic, or are you being like, yeah, okay. Sandy said hard hat. I don't know why you'd have to wear a hard hat.
Oh, yeah, we did a children's musical with me wearing a hard hat.
What was the musical?
I can see.
Nailed it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it was pretty
great.
Awesome.
That's amazing. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
That's sweet. So you've got to study under some pretty cool people. Thomas Birchill, Stockton, Helbing?
Yep, Helbing. Mm-hmm.
Josh Hanlon?
Yes.
And who are these people? Because I don't know who they are.
Right. Well, the first one, Tom Birchill, is a fantastic educator in the area and guitarist, jazz guitarist. He was the very positive but very firm voice in my college experience.
Okay.
Believe it or not, the seminary has a jazz program.
Okay.
And they have some pretty amazing teachers. He's just one of the most down-to-earth people. And one time I was talking to him, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to, what are you going to do tonight? I was like, whatever. And he's like, I guess I'm going to go watch the Grammys. And I was like, oh, yeah? Do you like that kind of stuff? He's like, well, I have like 4 students in the Grammys tonight. Former students, or 7 or something like that. Yeah, and you just never would know. He's just the nicest guy and just an amazing teacher.
Wow,
I learned a heck of a lot from Tom Birchill.
That's pretty awesome.
Stockton Helbing is a great drummer from UNT. He was in charge of our jazz combo, and he was the drummer for Maynard Ferguson, the last drummer for Maynard Ferguson, and he plays a lot with Doc Severinsen.
Okay.
He was Doc Severinsen. I hope I'm saying his name.
Doc Severinsen.
Severinsen, yeah, was the band director for the Tonight Show before Jay Leno, the Johnny Carson.
Okay.
Yeah, so. Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Mm-hmm. So kind of like we'll have you in here eventually.
That's right. Yeah, a little side band.
Yeah.
And then Josh Hanlon was my jazz piano professor. He was very strict, but not, he was there to teach you, and I learned a lot.
That's
from him.
That's
yeah.
good. Right.
So
he didn't let you put up with any Simon shenanigans.
No, not at all. And so I started. Basically, he was some of my first jazz piano lessons ever.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it was quite frustrating for him to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant pianist.
That's pretty good. So, when you're teaching kids, mm-hmm. what do you start out with? Like, you teach mostly younger kids or older people? Who wants to learn how to play the piano? Like,
who would want to do that?
Yeah, Did I just violate your piano?
No, that was brilliant. I'm gonna have to learn how you did that. No, it depends. The nice thing about it is I have a lot of students. Some of them are. I have a student who's just turned 5, and we're like, okay, this is a piano,
right?
And this is middle C. We just go from there.
Okay.
And then I also have adults. Like my oldest student, Jim Ivey, is in his 60s.
Okay.
Great pianist, by the way. He will never tell you that.
Okay. Yeah.
He was a professional pianist back in the 80s, 70s.
Okay.
And so he's fantastic. And then I also have some people who swing by, who are on tour or whatever, and they swing into town and take lessons from me.
That's cool.
So I have a wide, and it makes it interesting because if I just had kids or just had adults or whatever, it makes
it exciting.
Yes, teaching keeps the gigs exciting, which which keep the church gig exciting, which
Right.
keeps the teaching exciting. And,
I gotcha. That's cool. Hey, I think y'all should do another song. What do you think?
I think we can do that.
Great.
So this next song, we're going to do a blues. So the blues is really important because it's basically the foundation of American music.
Okay.
So if you get a country guy together, a jazz guy together, and you get, a rock and roll guy together, they all know how to play the blues.
Okay.
And it's just super important. So
Perfect.
we will do a blues in F. How about that?
Gotcha.
All right. There we go. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Coming from somebody who knows nothing about music, that's
Right.
a great compliment to you.
Oh, yeah.
No, that sounds awesome.
Thank you.
I was watching Chike, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look,
Fifth time's a charm.
Huh?
Fifth time's a charm.
Fifth time's a charm. You're over there with your eyes closed. Just helps get you get into music. You just listen, just playing. Is that?
Yeah. So a lot of times when I play music in general, just closing my eyes helps. When you cut off the senses, it helps enhance the other ones.
Right,
and
yeah.
so when I close my eyes, it helps me really zero in on the music.
Right.
And opens my ears up to what is happening, especially when I'm playing jazz, and
Right.
because it's a very complementary and you have to communicate well
Right.
with the other musicians. And so by listening and shutting off the senses so I'm not distracted by what's going on around me, I can really hone in and listen to what's being played.
That's
because it may seem really like, oh, how can they do that? But the nice thing is our instruments don't go anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, C is basically right here.
Right.
So even if I'm just... something like that, it's nice because hopefully over time you realize that it's not moving on you.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's the same distance. It
Right,
should
no,
be.
I get you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it helps for sure.
Yeah, that's
Depends.
that's like, but it's it's like putting. I built furniture for the last 6 years, and it's like running a screw inside a dresser. I was doing this yesterday, putting dresser slides and stuff in. I mean, you learn how, like, once you find the screw inside, you learn where to put your angles. And people are like, how can you do that with your left hand upside down reach? Because you've done it a million times.
It's exactly like
Yeah.
that. That's what I tell my friends.
Is that what you tell them?
It's exactly like that.
It's just like putting a screw in something.
It's just like building a dresser.
Yeah.
I mean, also when you practice enough, you develop muscle memory on the instrument.
Yep.
And so you don't have to always worry about looking where your hands are, like Simon said. Your instrument's not moving. All
Right.
the notes that you know will always be there.
Right.
You just have to trust it.
Yeah, and then you make as many faces as you can to make them really think you're doing well.
Yeah.
Right, like...
All of the faces.
Or whatever,
Yeah.
It makes you look way better than you really are.
Right. Which, because you should know, you've been faking it at church for the last 5 years.
Dude, yeah.
That's...
I mean, one thing my teacher told me that if you can't sound good, look good.
Right. That's hey, you know what? I used to work...
Chike does both, but
Right, yeah.
A.
I kind of agree with that, though, because I used to work for a guy in Hawaii, and we were training horses, and he said, Sam, if we go to the roping, to go, to like a team roping or something, and he was selling horses and stuff, so he wanted his horses to look good as well, but he's like, if you go there and you suck at roping, at least you look good while you're doing it, and you don't, you know what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
So that's why he's dressed nicer than I did tonight, which is, normally I'm like the guy that's dressed up and everybody else is wearing t-shirts. So Chike, you work at the coffee shop, right?
Yes.
And so what do? Brew coffee all day?
Yeah, I brew coffee.
Makes some great
general.
coffee.
Does he?
Yeah, he makes some
I'm
great
gonna have to
coffee.
come by for some coffee.
Yeah, we actually have a lot of vendors that are local to Fort Worth, like Avoca and Craftwork and
Okay.
McKinley's Bakery and Stir Crazy, and so it's a good ministry opportunity to have people who drink coffee normally to come in and
So it's kind of go ahead.
they're walking into a church and they find a coffee shop, and
Okay.
we are open throughout the week. So
Okay,
you
that's
can
what I was
come
going to
in.
ask. Okay.
So we're open Sundays, Monday through Friday, and Sunday. Obviously, we're only
Okay.
closed on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's like I was talking to an investigator guy, a crime scene investigator the other day. I trimmed his horse, and trimmed his horse's feet nails, by the way.
Right.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm just making sure. It's like
Hey, man.
when you
Hey,
talk
I
to
didn't
me
know.
about
I didn't
me-
know what he was talking about, so I had to listen.
Simon's all like, I know everything. I mean, just because you know what I mean.
No, I was
Like,
just thinking, whatever you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but he was telling me, he's like, and he was telling me about being a crime scene investigator, and I'm like, dude, I couldn't do that job. And he's like, it's great, I love my job. He's like, well, I won't tell you what all he said because it was kind of funny, but well, it was kind of, the humor was kind of dark, but
Sure.
But he said it's a great he said it's a great way to minister to people. He's like, because they're going through a hard time, and he's a Christian. He said, I get to tell them about the Lord while I'm doing my job. So it's
great.
like, I guess you can use all your opportunities.
Yeah.
So.
I like my coffee. I like my humor.
Yeah.
Dark.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Oh boy.
David said hi from bed. David Beatty.
Oh yeah.
Do you know, Daniel Booth asked this question, do you know James Christian Hutton? James Christian Hutton?
I don't know.
Daniel said he studied under Tom Burchill. He's a
Oh.
great musician. Daniel's brother-in-law. Mick Collins said, I was joking about the hymns, by the way, but Simon is awesome either way. Evelyn said, Jim Ivey is a great pianist. Jim said, I played in the 60s and 70s.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't too far off. Tina says, lovely. Sounds wonderful. Jim said, never nearly as good as Simon. I marvel at him, especially at his age. My peers have improved so much over the past 40 years. I can't wait to watch Simon grow. I know. I wish he'd grow a little more, too. And he should grow some hair while he's at it.
There you go.
Hey, you told
Zing.
me I could... I'm sorry.
Bazinga.
I'm spitting on you, too. Hey, you know what? At least you're smart enough to shave yours, so we can't really tell if you have a full head of hair or not.
Right.
You don't have a bad receding hairline like I do.
Well,
So what do you do? Like shave yours every night when you get in the shower? You just like shave it?
you should come over. We can both do it. It would be great. No. So I shave once a week, and I got this awesome electric shaver that my mother-in-law gave me. I used to do like the whole straight razor, safety razor stuff.
Yeah.
I just kept cutting myself a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
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 I need to. My haircut girl. She keeps my hairstylist.
You got a haircut, girl?
Yeah, I
That's
do.
awesome. All
She's
right.
been cutting my hair for like 7 or 8 years. You know
Nice.
what? You know what you do. You know when you want to find a good haircut person, you walk into them, you sit down in their chair. You don't have to be as arrogant and much of a jerk as I was at the time. But I was like, look, I can't find anybody to cut my hair right. If you do a good job, I'll come back to you. And she's been cutting my hair for like 7 or 8 years. She does a good job. She trims my beard and everything.
There you go.
But she just got her license to do the straight razor thing.
Oh.
So, yeah, sir.
Well, you don't want to be some of the first people who...
She keeps telling me she's going to... Well, yeah, I used
let
to
her do it for a year or two.
Yeah, I used to be really mean to her, too. So I told her I'm kind of scared to have her.
You really... That's one of those people you have to trust is your
yeah.
barber.
Yeah, absolutely. But she threatens to do what you got going on there, shave it all off. Jim said, Evelyn, hopefully we can go out to a gig. He plays sometimes. He's a better person than he is player. And that's it.
He meant that in a good way. I know he is.
That's funny. Your mom said, are you taking requests? Satan doll.
Satin doll.
Satin doll. I was like, what?
Well, we did call it Satan doll in college because we had to play it so many times.
Okay. What's Satin doll? Can you
Satin doll is a old tune by Duke Ellington, I
Very
think,
good.
or Strayhorn.
Billy Strayhorn, Duke Ellington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same people.
No, not the same.
Not
Two
the
different
same.
people.
That's right. And so it was a song back in the 40s, I do believe. So
Okay.
we can play through it.
Yeah.
Do you know the intro?
I don't.
I got you.
We did not rehearse this.
Here we go. I don't think I've played through that whole thing in years.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you should thank me for bringing back a bad nickel like that.
Yeah, thank
Actually,
you.
that was your mom, I think.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
So just a brief reason why I love jazz and I love composition, because my degree is in composition. I was classically trained, and so I would just read whatever was on the page.
Right, yeah.
But then a master's student, I was talking to him, he's like, well, why does country music sound like country music? I was like, what kind of a question is like? I don't even know what that means, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. He's like,
it's
well,
country.
right? Why does jazz sound like it does? Why does classical music sound like it does? Why does And so I studied composition to really dissect those things.
Okay. Yep.
Like that first song we played, the melody is. It's a pretty nice little thing, and you can play it. That's what I love about jazz. You can play it in so many different ways. Like you could do it as a ballad. Or we could do it like we did it as a upswing. Or you could do it like a stride, ragtimey saloon. Stuff like that.
Probably, yeah.
And there's just so many different, And do it like kind of a Latin feel to it.
Yeah.
So there's
There's
so many combinations, and that's
Yeah.
what I wanted to learn.
Yeah.
You know, through
That's
that.
that's pretty sweet. So you play other instruments, right? I heard tonight that you play an instrument that your colleague, because you said he's not your friend really.
That's because he did not choose to reveal that kind of information
Okay,
to me
all right.
at the
That's
time.
right. We were friends before we did the show, and
Right.
then by the
Now-
time we started, we were just colleagues
Yeah, yeah.
and demoted.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I played trumpet through high school and then college. I played. I went to TAFA, which is Travis Academy of Fine Arts,
Okay.
and so I studied there with Miss Lori Rook, the band director, and then I played in college. So you know, I still teach trumpet. I don't do any gigs on trumpet. No, don't call me.
I wish we had one here. We could make you. We probably do have one here, but we can't. We can't have you play with it.
I'd go get one.
But you can't really. Nah, we won't make him do it.
Okay.
What about you? Do you play any different instruments besides?
So I play a little bit of piano, obviously not as well as Simon, but also play a little bit of acoustic guitar as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
But
stuff.
not just like Simon with trumpet. Don't call me for any of those instruments other than bass.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the time we do the show next time, I'm gonna play bass and he's gonna play trumpet.
There you go.
Or
I like
piano.
that. Yeah.
So
That's what I'm
either
talking
way.
about. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Scooter Bateman said he misses us. I don't know why he misses us. He should have stayed here. Vivian said I can teach you to play hymns. Somebody said Amen, Babe Salad. I don't know what that means.
Who? Yeah, that's my fiance.
Okay. Okay. What is?
Do you want me to explain
Yeah.
Babe Salad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, do we want to know? Or?
It's just a funny term
Okay.
that, I mean, it's kind of common these days, I guess.
Is it?
The children say it. The kids.
the kids these days?
It's me trying to be hip.
Oh.
I use it to describe her.
Okay.
Because she is a babe salad. You are a babe salad.
Okay.
I don't call my wife that. You must love your fiance way more than I love my wife.
Hey, you said it, not me. So I don't know where we go from here. Next question.
That's right.
Oh, somebody said more music, less talk. Mike Garvey said the tune sounds vaguely familiar, written in '53, oddly enough. Kate said, ha ha ha. Thanks for watching, Kate. Don't forget to share this out. Hey, the producer has a question. Go ahead, producer.
Play something really fast.
Okay.
Oleo?
The last song they're going to do is,
What do you wanna do?
something
Interview?
really fast, apparently.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that'd be sweet.
You can start it off.
Finally, somebody took my.
Because we're
Yeah.
getting paid by the note. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we see
that's how it
every
goes.
time we play.
I'm going to have to take Simon out for lunch. Sunday
There we
after
go.
Church. How about that?
I'm
I'll take-
down for that.
Okay, all right.
I was like, what about me?
But do you too? Yeah.
I work for a different church, so does that mean
I'm trying to get him over at our church. That'd be
Hey, yeah, you should come.
awesome. At
I
least
like-
once.
I love Christ Chapel,
Oh,
so
he's-
that's my home church.
But
It
you
doesn't
can
have to
always
be.
go back. Oh, it doesn't have to. Oh man, these guys. I mean, y'all, they were bad before the show started. But it was great.
Way worse. And then my mom started watching, and then we were like, hey, PG.
Also, my employers could be watching, so
There you go.
You know,
Yeah, they won't care. You just have fun.
they might, because I got to work tomorrow.
Oh, both of them might be looking for a job after this deal. I thought I brought out the best in people.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and play our song then.
Yeah.
Somebody said, "Nice burn, cheeky."
Let's see.
that kind of music, I'll be like, I'll know what's going on. You know, I didn't know the instruments and all that good stuff and how it works together. That's awesome.
Thank you.
You guys are getting all kinds of attention from these guys over here. Daniel Booth said that bass is on fire. Derek Harper said, tickle them keys. Bass man getting down too. Love it.
Thanks, Phil.
We had somebody wanted another song, but we are out of time, so we can't do any more songs. I guess not. James Hutton said Giant Steps.
Oh boy, what a request!
So we're over our 1 hour period. But if there's anything you guys want to tell our audience, what's the best way to get a hold of you other than through me? Simon Petty Music, right?
Simon Petty Music on Facebook, or you could just go to my actual personal page.
Simon Petty.
Yeah, I'm relatively nice.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Isn't your profile picture like some goofy, like you were wearing a hat or something here recently?
Now I have a professional looking.
Okay,
yeah.
You're back to professional.
Yeah,
okay.
Every once in a while I get fun with it.
Yeah, that's good. That's what you got to do. So, and you also have a website. What is your website called?
MagnoliaEntertainment.co.
Okay. Where did you come up with that name?
Magnolia Entertainment Co. Well, the first place I really did a regular gig was at Lily's Bistro. I still play
Love
at
that
Lily's.
place.
We play there all the time.
Yeah.
You can go to Lily's, their website. They have a calendar of who's playing. And
Fun fact, I'm on the website.
That's
Nice.
right. You go up to the website. There's a picture of Chike on there. He's like kind of
That's a true statement. I'm not trying to boast. that's a true statement.
So I've been playing there for 7 years, and that was my first actual gig.
Okay, nice.
And the street's called Magnolia.
Okay.
So I've always enjoyed. There's a lot of great places to eat and play.
Yeah, that's
on
awesome.
that street. So Magnolia Entertainment Co. And so yeah, so
that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Or you're on Instagram and Facebook, right?
Yeah, so same with Simon Chike Okaro Music, or just Chike Okaro on Facebook. You can find me on my personal page. CJ Okaro on Instagram.
Awesome. I'll have to follow you. And we won't give out his Snapchat because he doesn't.
I don't have one.
He doesn't do Snapchat.
I don't do it.
Simon.
I'm too old for Snapchat.
Yeah, no, you're not too old. Hey, well, thanks a bunch,
thank you
Simon,
for having me,
for
man.
coming out.
Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
it. Thanks, Chike.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So y'all be back. We'll be back here next Wednesday night. I'm going to have Steve Stevens Sr. on. He is from Los Angeles, California. He has been in tons of movies. He's got a couple books out. He got to hang out with some real life gangsters back in the day. So he's a really interesting guy. Been in tons of movies. He's actually an agent for a lot of actors and stuff. So it'll probably be an hour and a half or 2 hour long show. It'll be a long show, but it'll be really interesting. So make sure you guys tune in and watch it. Thanks for watching tonight. Don't forget to share this out with your friends. You'll have a great night. Adios. God bless you. We'll see you.
Thank you.